So Tim, you've been a CISO, like protecting the largest companies on the planet now for what, over 20 years. You have an incredible career in cybersecurity. But I'd like to tell me a bit more about your beginnings. Tell me about how you got here, how you got into the space, and how you ended up really being the defender for so many of the largest companies in the planet over the last 20 years.
Yeah, thanks, Mariano, and thanks for the opportunity to connect. Certainly I've been very fortunate. So where did it all start 20 plus years ago? Well, I mean, I certainly started my first career as an FBI agent. I always say the first 10 of my 30 plus was in the FBI, where I did, cybercrime, high-tech crime, chased the bad guys around the world who were hacking into critical infrastructure. And that led to, one of the unusual jumps. I left the FBI, which back in those days, nobody did. And I went to Cisco Systems, and it was actually after Cisco and a whole bunch of companies, Yahoo and others, had been hit by a denial of service attack. And they figured they needed people like me and others from government agencies to help them, better secure their products, defend the networks, and build more security into their culture. But I mean, if you go further back than that, I was a bit of a nerd. I was into, I would say cloning mobile phones. I built video games back in the day when it went on tape cassettes, and I used to stay at my friend's house who had a couple different trash 80s because his dad was an Air Force computer scientist, and I wouldn't leave their house every night. So his dad just kept asking, "Are you ever going to leave, or are you just going to stay here for dinner again?" So, certainly my passion for tech has always been there, and I think cybersecurity. It's just one of those great intractable areas where every day you're going to learn something. It's grown so much over the last 20 years in particular, from cyber defenders to governance risk compliance, the secure code development. You name it, you can have a long, healthy career in this space today. And I think what your team is doing, what you're doing is really exciting in helping people like myself, defend the future of the business, defend, for our customers, and really build trust with those customers as well. So that's how it happened. And I don't know, 30 years later, here we are.